Hey there, I'm Skip Slusher and this is Jimmy. And are you tired of hearing people tell you to relax while you ride? Does it feel like they're just on your back? And as nagging and as irritating as that is to hear constantly, there's really good reason behind people telling you that. And that's if I'm not relaxed, if my body's tight, a lot of unintended things happen. I'm sending unintended cues and signals to my horse. I'm blocking my body from moving with my horse, and we're just gonna not become a partnership. He's doing one thing, my body's doing another, and there's this constant sort of friction point that happens from that. Even at a walk, if I walk him around, and here I'm relaxed, letting him move me, my hips move with him, we're in sync, no big deal. Now if I get tense, he doesn't want to go. He thinks we're stopping. He's like, what is this? But if I tense up here, I'm not in sync with him, and he's unsure what to do because he's used to having a rider who's in sync. The other thing is if I start putting too much weight down in my stirrup, watch what happens back here. It just pushes me back. And now when I have weight in my stirrup, I'm pushing, my seat gets really light. So I'm coming up. When the horse moves, if I'm pushing too hard in my feet, you can see that tenses all this up and I come up. So I'll do this at a trot. So here's relaxed, hips are letting him move, he's moving me. I'm just trying to stay in time with him. Here's putting too much weight in my stirrups and tensing. Now his movement drives me up, sorry buddy, drives me up and out of the saddle and I'm bouncing, which I don't think there's a horse ever born that wants you to bounce and bang around on top. So he gets then a little bit alarmed because something's not right and he begins to protect himself. So that often leads to head high, tail high, lack of self-carriage, and they're more worried about what you're doing to them than just being relaxed. All that tension then translates right into your horse. So again, the other way, if I'm loose, it's easy. No weight in the stirrup, my hips are going with him, I'm letting him move me versus tense. All of a sudden, I'm bouncing everywhere. So that movement just takes over. That friction point where he's trying to move in one rhythm, I'm tense, and I'm just hitting him every single time. So that kind of really messes up your communication through your seat because now he's just protective of that. If the other thing that happens, and this is really common, is that if you get tense, you end up squeezing with your legs. So if I'm gonna ride him around, my legs are relaxed and they're just hanging right at his side. I'm not squeezing, I'm not pulling them off, they're just right there. Now if I get tense, people end up kind of tightening, squeezing with their thighs because I'm nervous, so now I'm nervous, and now I'm squeezing, and now he's going faster, 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 faster until I relax, and then he'll come to me. So that gets to be a very, very dangerous kind of situation. If you're out on the trail, there's something that spooks your horse a little bit, you get tense, all he knows is you're telling him to go faster. And the faster he goes, the tenser you get. It's like this ugly cycle that just builds on each other. So if I'm loose, I'm relaxed, I concentrate on not having my legs off him, this is a tough way to ride around, but not squeezing, just relax on him. He's not going to get this false signal. The other thing tense is, and I don't even want to do it to him, is people begin to get nervous and then they balance off the rein. So he's being a nice guy, he's giving me his face, but if I just hold and balance, see his head already, I don't want to do that too long, his head's already starting to push out as he protects himself from the pressure I'm giving with my hands. So seat doesn't work if I'm tense, legs don't work if I'm tense, hands don't work if I'm tense. So given that there's a little sweet spot in your saddle and on your horse, there's like a cylinder that you want to basically stay inside of. I don't want to go in front of it. I don't want to go behind it unless I'm given a cue to speed up or slow down. I want to stay in this neat little kind of tidy package that's in a great, easy place for him to carry. So tension takes me outside of that. So as long as I can ride almost like a sack of potatoes in that cylinder, the more relaxed I am, the more relaxed he's going to be. So if I'm in the cylinder and I'm just really, really relaxed, and I try to stay in this position at all times. If as soon as I try to ride straight, I add attention to here. As soon as I try to pick up, I add tension to right here, which then connects my lower and upper body. Now they're tied together, so the tension I just created here carries down through my legs, and now we're not in sync again. So this kind of riding, he won't even listen. This kind of riding makes me bouncy, gets me disconnected from him, and we're not in sync at all. So the relax is not just legs, feet, hands, it's your body. I want this loose, my hips loose. I want to hold myself basically with the muscles right below your belly button, and just sit relaxed and easy in this little cylinder that he can carry me. Everything else is creating a friction point or pressure when he doesn't deserve that friction point or pressure. So just by bouncing, there's pressure to him every single step. And soon your horse is going to get tired of that, and they're going to start to misbehave. They're going to speed up, they're going to buck, they're going to just take off, whatever. Same thing as squeezing the legs. If you just keep holding on here, gripping here, they become numb to that. They'll take off, and then then you lose all leg pressure cues because they're used to being held. Same with the hands. If I just balance off his face, he's going to fight that, lean into it, and now my hands don't mean anything to give a cue. Body, you get tension in your hips, everything's tied up and tight. Again, I'm going to be bouncing and not in connection, not moving with my horse. So relax, stay in the little cylinder, relax, and let your hips be moved by your horse, and just chill. It's supposed to be kind of a relaxing, fun thing to do. Your horse will really appreciate it. If you like any of this info, go ahead and hit subscribe.